The following is an exclusive presentation of Cablevision local programming. TV that's close to home.
Coming up on Neighborhood Journal, 7th graders demonstrate how they used Cablevision's high-speed technology to study living women and their accomplishments in honor of Women's History Month. Their story is next on Neighborhood Journal. Welcome to Neighborhood Journal. I'm Damian Riley. This spring, Mother Nature has played hardball with the start of the baseball season. And when games get canceled, what do you do with your time? Well, no problem. Here at Yogi Berra Stadium, home of the New Jersey Jackals, you can visit the Yogi Berra Museum and Learning Center. In December 1998, the Yogi Berra Museum and Learning Center opened its doors to the public, paying tribute to an American legend and his lifelong commitment to the education of young people. The museum houses exhibits and a collection of baseball memorabilia and American history. So stay tuned to see much more from the Yogi Berra Museum and Learning Center throughout the show. Coming up on Neighborhood Journal, calling all kids, it's time to fly into the magical world of colorful fairies. A volunteer health clinic becomes a fully operational primary care facility for the poor, thanks to a dedicated couple. We visit the streets and neighborhoods of Haledon, New Jersey, and then we meet a woman whose dance techniques help restore the body's well-being. But first, spring is finally here and baseball season is back. And that can only mean one thing. The Mets and the Yankees are the teams to beat this season. But hold on. Cablevision launches its Triple Play for Education initiative, and nothing, my friends, can beat a great education.
Cablevision recently visited Hackensack Middle School to launch Power to Learn's Triple Play for Education, a service providing reading video, voice, and high-speed internet services free of charge within the Cablevision service area. Triple Play is now available to more than 5,000 schools.
Cablevision for years has made commitments to education to help the communities and the students that we serve. Of course, we're an information and technology company, but it's also important that we give back to the communities that we serve to show how our technologies can be used to help students in their learning, to help teachers in their endeavors, and to help the community to improve. So we are happy to be able to be part of that here and to participate with the Hackensack community.
Excited 7th graders demonstrated how they used Cablevision's Triple Play technology to study living women and their accomplishments for Women's History Month. On hand for the presentation were several community and local government leaders, including Hackensack's first woman mayor, Karen Sasso.
Everyone's well aware that technology is really the way of the future, and anytime that a program is available to your students that helps them advance their knowledge in such an area, it's a very positive impact.
I was really interested and excited when I heard we were going to do a thing for Cablevision. I picked Mayor Sasso, who was the first mayor of Hackensack, like the first woman, which I did not know.
Most of my information I got off the internet, and I was able to download like little video shots and stuff like that.
The students also demonstrated a newly added voice service by conducting a live in-classroom conversation with former captain, World Cup champion, and Olympic gold medalist of the U.S. National Women's Soccer Team, Julie Foudy.
If I were to name one hero, I would say probably my parents, because they just taught me to go out there and try whatever I wanted to try, and if I loved it, then I could do it. It didn't matter if I was a girl or a boy or black or white or whatever color. It's just, if you love something, go after it.
In a digital age, students are used to getting information quickly from television, from AIM, from Instant Message, anything that they do, and to have that immediate response to their questions really fits in with the way they are used to taking in information.
Using the internet is really good because the internet has helped the world in many ways.
I believe, and I think a lot of people in Bergen County believe, triple play for education is important in terms of having children here in the classroom have access to the internet, and not only that, a high-speed internet access. That technology is changing every 2 years, and here, thanks to Cablevision, they're with it and they're updated on technology, and then that's going to be a permanent foundation for them in the future when they know these things so young that they can build on it in the future.
Voice service, online tools, innovative content and programming. Cablevision is committed to making technology useful in the classroom.
Power to Learn is Cablevision's nationally recognized education initiative powering K-12 learning in the tri-state area. Visit powertolearn.com to learn more. As you know, reading enhances the mind and allows children to explore worlds that they may never be able to visit. Well, Neighborhood Journal's own Joanna Denisio had a chance to meet some budding authors and illustrators at Pine Island Elementary School in Warwick, New York. Pay close attention to these special kids.
Second graders at Pine Island Elementary School use reading to engage and enhance their learning skills. As part of a 3-week program entitled Parents as Reading Partners, parents with children in the school help them explore the world of reading through visuals. This year, local Warwick resident, children's book illustrator, and newly published author Barbara Lanza came to show students how to get wild about reading.
I'm telling them to find what they love to do and to do it with all their heart. And they will find a way to do it throughout their lives, hopefully to make a career out of it. So I think the careers that are most successful are those that where we have pursued what we love to do and what we can do best. For the whole school. And I learned early on that I had a facility for drawing. It runs in my family, and I was encouraged to use that talent. So I was class artist.
After a short reading session with the second graders, Barbara showed off her talents as these kids put her right to work, drawing and telling them how writing and illustrating are a lot alike.
I found, because I'm not, I have not written much. I mean, Time to Fly is the first book I wrote. And I found while trying to make the story work, that it was a lot like constructing a figure. Both a drawing both a drawing and a story need structure, and I call the foundation for an illustration and a story the bones. And my story had to have good bones, and it was a struggle for me to get that together.
Time to Fly celebrates a story which grew in an artist's imagination. What not a better way to introduce children to a peaceful, enchanting world, letting them see that dreams of becoming a writer or illustrator are close to home.
I like writing and I like drawing, and I like writing because it's like fun because you can imagine it and write it down, and then you could like make the story however you want.
Open book, open mind. When you can read, literacy opens up worlds to you in whatever walk of life that you go into. Whether it's reading a job application, or you're reading the blueprints to build a home, or signing your first mortgage, or renting your first car, if you can't read, so much of life is locked away from you. You can see it, you can touch it, you can interact with people, but if you can't read, there's so much more that you're missing, and that you could get in trouble at not being able to read a contract, let's say. Plus, books just take you lots of different places. I can go to France tomorrow just picking up a book on France, or a fictional story that takes place there.
I want them primarily to explore nature. I want them to do what I think is great for all kids, is just to go outside and look at what's around them and imagine all the adventures they could have out of doors.
Most kids are visual learners, so, and they're interested in illustrations and drawings, and so that to keep them motivated, I will also make sure that they're exposed to those kinds of books too. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily all chapter books that have no illustrations at all. I'm a visual learner to begin with, so I love color and drawings, and so I try to show that just the way when you enter my classroom, you will look around and you'll see a lot of color and a lot of illustrations, and that kind of helps spark ideas in children. Children have such a great imagination, so I need to help them bring out their ideas and their thoughts.
Having already written poems, short stories, and plays, the children in Mrs. Powderly's class use what they have learned in life to create their own stories, many of them already wanting to become illustrators and writers.
Joanna, those illustrations truly express beauty and enchantment. How lucky those kids are to have met Barbara and experienced her world of color and life. To learn more about the newly published illustrator Barbara Lanza or the Moo Press of Warwick, log on to these websites or call Moo Press directly at 845-987-7750. Up next, find out about a healthcare center that has been assisting the poor in Dover, New Jersey for over 16 years. We pay a visit to the streets and neighborhoods of Helden, New Jersey, and then see how a special dance can raise self-esteem and strengthen the mind, body, and soul. Stay with us. Neighborhood Journal will be right back.
My family knows IO Digital Cable is the best choice in home entertainment. And IO with DVR is even better. It's so easy. My kids have busy schedules, so we record all our favorite shows to watch whenever we want. My husband loves to pause live TV for snack breaks. And my favorite, if I ever miss something important, I can rewind.
To get IO with DVR, call 1-866-3834-DVR.
This museum is a tribute to a living legend, baseball's unofficial ambassador and one of the game's most respected statesmen. Hall of Famer Yogi Berra has done it all. Yogi transformed himself from a barefoot sandlotter into one of the greatest catchers and clutch hitters in the history of the game. Yogi anchored the New York Yankees dynasty from the late 1940s to the early 60s, becoming a 15-time All-Star, 3-time Most Valuable Player, and winner of 10 World Championships, the most in baseball history. Yogi's kindness, humility, and good humor remain the stuff of legend. He has won the affection and admiration from peer and public to a degree uncommon in American life. Dedication and a passion to succeed. Yogi worked hard to make things happen for himself as well as others. The Zufall Health Center in Dover, New Jersey has also been dedicated and successful, providing care to its working poor of Morris County for 16 years. Let's find out how it all got started.
The Zufall Health Center, located in the heart of downtown Dover, New Jersey, is perhaps the community's most valuable resource. Somewhat hidden in Dover's historic section, this one-time small clinic has cared for the Morris County region's working poor unemployed, and uninsured since 1990.
Zufall Health Center really transitioned from a free clinic for only uninsured folks into what